Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So guys, we have the 2x Sacred Shard event going on right now, and I would like to know a few things down below from you guys. First off, did you pull during this event? And if not, let me know what your strategy is a little bit. Obviously, you can't really type out the entire thing, but what is your strategy when it comes to pulling shards? Because I currently have 17 Sacred Shards, 31 Voids, 15 Ancients, 84 Mysteries. You guys can literally see it right here. But my strategy has drastically changed, and I'm considering making a video going through when you should pull your shards based on early, mid, late, in-game, different things like that. Obviously, if you're in-game, you can probably decide on your own when you should pull your shards because you really ain't got nothing else to do. But early game, mid-game, and even late game now, it's really changed quite a bit from when I first started playing. When I first started playing, we didn't even have the 2x events or the 10x events, and they were very infrequent, so it's kind of like just pull your shards whenever you get them. And then eventually we got consistent 2x and 10x. We know, hey, this week it's going to be 2x, next week it's going to be a 10x, the weekend after that is going to be a 2x for a different shard. We know the exact order and everything. But recently, Plarium has added the guaranteed champion events for 15 Sacreds, 90 Voids, or like 150 Ancients, which those very well could change. They've added extra legendary events. They've added a lot of other shard events that also fusions you guys save your shards for. So a lot of different things have been thrown into the mix. So I've recently decided, let's go ahead and pull these two shards for anybody here just craving that dopamine. Let's go ahead and get one pulled. But what I've decided to do recently is switch from pulling my shards just at every 2x. This is absolutely terrible, and I don't want to end this with depression. So I'm not going to pull all my shards today. I'm just going to pull down to 15. So basically, I've decided, hey, instead of pulling during all the... Okay, yep. I can't. What? This is... Plario. This is literally jokes. You have to be... Oh, man, this is like the most... conflicting feelings. Okay, so if you've been watching the channel for a little while, you know Kandrafon is was one of my most wanted champions, and I've pulled for him for during 10x events and everything for 2 years now. This is unbelievable, to be honest. And they had a guaranteed event for him in Ancient Shards last week or a few days ago, and I got him. What are the odds of me getting him again right now? So one Kandrafon's amazing. Two Kandrafons are definitely still beneficial, but I don't really need two Kandrafons. I mean, Faction Guardian's great. Definitely gonna be happy. Definitely gonna use him. He's gonna be a champion I empower down the road. But it's just kind of funny. I'm sure you guys have had the same thing happen. If you're looking for a cold heart, you open up all your shards. You've been trying for a cold heart for so long. You get that one cold heart, and then all of a sudden, you're getting cold hearts all the time. What is the chances of that? So that's actually crazy. Kandrafon into another Kandrafon from Sacred. So definitely an amazing champion. But now I know, hey, my Mercy is reset, which I'm going to show you guys this. This is RSL Helper tracking the Mercy system. So on the side here, let me move it away from my face. But you can see Kandrafon from the Ancients. Now, if you do pull during guaranteed events, it will reset your shard thing back to 0. So if you do, make sure you keep track of when you actually pull the guaranteed champion or whatever. Keep in mind, hey, or if you pull a champion at like 100 shards, for example, and you open 50 more, it's going to reset it at the end of that 50 in this RSL Helper tracker, but it's not actually going to reset it. So go ahead and type in 50 here, and you can change it yourself, and it'll keep tracking past that. But it's something to keep in mind. Like my Kandrafon, I had opened 127 shards, and then I landed on Kandrafon, and then it reset the Mercy tracker. So if you guys are wanting to track it through RSL Helper, keep that in mind. So that's another huge benefit of pulling during guaranteed events. So the main things I'm going to be saving for now are guaranteed events, possibly for fusions and extra legendary events, mainly just guaranteed events, most specifically for champions who I really want ideally, or if it's a decent champion I may have use for. Speaking of, Wither, the champion in the 10x today, was actually a champion I believe in a guaranteed event not too long ago that I would have liked to have had now, but at the time I didn't have enough shards to actually pull for her, so I couldn't do it. I didn't want to spend that much money because Sacred Shards are ridiculously priced. Very, very expensive. So I'm going to start saving for that. Basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to get to 15 Sacred Shards, and I'm going to imagine that's basically my new 0, okay? So once I get to 15 Sacred Shards, I can open up anything past that. So if I get to 20, I'll just open up 5. If I get to 25 for whatever reason, I'll just open up 10. So I want to make sure I keep 15 Sacred Shards, ideally 90 Void Shards, maybe even 100 Void Shards, which is going to take a while to save up. And then Ancient Shards, I want to keep 150, okay? Now with Ancient Shards, you can kind of be a little more, I guess, lenient with them because you can buy Ancient Shards with gems. And especially if you're a spender, it's going to be a little different. Obviously, your shard pulling strategy is going to be significantly different. But for me, I think the most value is from the guaranteed events. I mean, first off, you know, hey, I'm going to be getting this legendary champion, which ideally it's going to be a really good one. But on the way to that champion, you have a normally, 6% chance per shard of getting a legendary champion. But besides that, it also doesn't reset your mercy system when you actually do pull whatever guaranteed champion it is. So you've opened up all 15 of your shards. You somehow got pretty unlucky, didn't open a single legendary champion. You finally get the guaranteed champion. Well, guess what? Next time you go to pull your sacreds, you're going to already be 15 shards into your mercy system, meaning within the next so many shards you open up, you're going to be guaranteed a legendary just because of the mercy system and how it works. Like for ancient shards, for example, it's like 220. Sacred shards, it's a very high number. Like the likelihood of you actually hitting the guaranteed mercy for sacreds, I believe is like 40. I don't know for sure. You guys can let me know down below, but I think the likelihood of you actually hitting guaranteed mercy from a sacred shard is very, very unlikely. But either way, basically, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I had some people in stream today getting a little impatient, like, oh, I've been saving up for a long time for my sacred shards. I really want to pull them. I really want to feel that dopamine, you know, seeing other people get really good pulls definitely encourages you to go ahead and pop your shards. But the biggest thing to remember, especially if you're not a big spender, pulling sacred shards costs a lot of money if you want to make it up when the next guaranteed event comes. And keep in mind, we've just had a fusion, a 2x event right now. So we've had a lot of stuff that's been draining our sacred shards, and I feel like we've had something else recently, but you can kind of tell when Plarium is about to add a guaranteed event when they really start draining our resources. Like maybe if we have a 10x for like Kymar, Dracomorph, stuff like that coming up very soon, then you can pretty much lean on the fact that, hey, we're probably going to have a guaranteed event for some legendary in the near future, and they've all been pretty good, except for Helior. The one I spent like 300 bucks on, he's not that good. But either way, just wanted to share that with you guys, let you know my shard strategy going forward. I'll give it a little bit more detail and break it down a little bit more in the future. Basically, just if you're close to 15 sacred shards, or maybe you're a little bit above 15 sacred shards, just keep in mind when pulling, hey, guaranteed events are a thing. Maybe you should start adjusting your shard pulling strategy as well. I am considering making a kind of rough guide on when you should pull your shards depending on what level of the game you're at. But guys, with that said, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video and hopefully you can take something from it. I'm definitely interested in hearing your shard strategy down below. Obviously a summarized version because it's going to be like a whole paragraph if you write the whole thing out, or at least it's taking me 8 minutes to say mine, so hopefully it takes you less time to say yours. But thank you all very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you all in the next video.